Carl Fredricksen was an elderly man with a big dream. As a young boy, he had always imagined exploring the world with his beloved wife, Ellie. Together, they dreamed of visiting Paradise Falls, a remote and beautiful place in South America. But life had its way of getting in the way, and they never made it. After Ellie's passing, Carl was left alone in the home they had built together, surrounded by memories and unfinished dreams. As the city grew around him, developers tried to force Carl out of his home. But Carl, determined to keep his promise to Ellie, came up with a wild idea. He attached thousands of colorful balloons to his house and, one morning, lifted off into the sky. His house floated above the clouds, and Carl set course for Paradise Falls, finally on his way to the adventure they had always dreamed of. But Carl wasn't alone on this journey. Much to his surprise, he found an unexpected stowaway, a young, eager boy named Russell, a wilderness explorer who had accidentally ended up on Carl's porch just before liftoff. Russell was on a mission to earn his final merit badge for assisting the elderly, and now he was part of Carl's adventure, whether Carl liked it or not. As they drifted toward South America, Carl and Russell encountered storms, strange creatures, and the beautiful, uncharted wilderness of Paradise Falls. They landed near the falls, but far from their final destination. Determined, Carl strapped the house to himself and began the long trek, dragging his floating home behind him. Russell, always curious and full of questions, tagged along, eager to help. In the jungle, they met an exotic bird named Kevin, who quickly took a liking to Russell, and a talking dog named Doug, who belonged to an old adventurer, Charles Muntz. Muntz had once been Carl and Ellie's hero, but they soon discovered that Muntz had become obsessed with capturing Kevin to prove his worth to the world. When Muntz realized Carl and Russell were protecting Kevin, he turned against them. Carl had a choice to make: fulfill his dream of reaching Paradise Falls or help his new friends. In a moment of clarity, Carl realized that the true adventure wasn't just reaching a destination, it was the people you shared it with. He let go of his old house, filled with memories of Ellie, and chose to protect Russell, Kevin, and Doug from Muntz. In a final confrontation, Carl and Russell outwitted Muntz, who was defeated by his own obsession. With Kevin safe and free, Carl and Russell finally reached Paradise Falls. Carl sat by the falls, his heart full of bittersweet joy, knowing Ellie would be proud. Carl and Russell returned home, not just as friends, but as family. Carl, who had once thought his adventures were behind him, found a new purpose in helping Russell and being part of his life. And so, Carl's journey ended not with an old man fulfilling a promise, but with a newfound understanding that the greatest adventures are those shared with others.